Yes! The power! Yes! As Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. And with this spell, I will kill everyone that messes with me, dude. What's up? My name is Mr. Slydog, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Episode 6. In this episode, I have one goal. And that goal is...
the killing spell.
I think that's what it's called. The killing curse, the killing spell. That's my number one goal. I am going to get that. So, with that being said, let's go and get this spell. 3, 2, 1. Also, maybe continue the story if I have to. Let's go. Use your hands, you sick man. Yo, is that Dobby?
Confringo! What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's being ridiculous. Apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it.
Dark
I
arts?
reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we need.
Look at me, dude. I look goofy.
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. You can tell me.
I'd like to know more about it if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus Curse?
No.
What does the Cruciatus Curse do?
It's known as the Torture Curse. Crucio. It inflicts intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no
Nice.
qualms about casting it on muggles for sport.
That's what's
Ominous
up.
described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
He had no choice.
How horrible. Poor Ominous. He was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. I'll remind him of that when I follow up about the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
If you say so, boy. I forgot it's snowing. Ooh, I like the snow. Get over here.
Give me that shit!
What up, man?
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on.
Am I gonna have to beat
this
the
way.
bricks off him, boy? I'll do it, man. I'll kill a guy if I have to. Hey, you. I got a problem
doing
with you.
here?
Let me do the
Ominous.
talking.
Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status.
You're a good
She'd heard of this
person.
scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I understand your caution.
That's a bit unnerving. I suppose even if it might lead to answers about what happened to your aunt, it does pose a risk.
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait.
Oh, let's go!
I hope
Charisma of a god.
don't regret this.
Accio! Incendio!
Ah, okay. I got it down, guys.
That brazier went out on its own. I wonder if it's a clue.
It did?
What?
Confringo!
Something's happening.
I hope we're ready for this.
I was born ready, brother. Let's go. Oh, what's it? I must prove my point. We did not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the scriptorium, I'll find evidence that there's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I've ran to my brother. He knows how I access the corridors, enters, and there's no straight path to the scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I'll get my daughter from my lady. We can study her answers.
A journal
He
entry,
died.
signed by Noctua Gaunt. You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
None at all, boy.
It worked! Ominous. You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us,
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult.
And it's very dark.
Lumos.
The door we came from, it closed. And there's more than one gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
The dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Ow, dude, that
Salazar
thing
Slytherin
hurt
didn't
me.
make this easy.
Lumos.
This is a snake. No, go back. This one. Oh man, I almost got bit again. Circle and a snake. Circle, snake.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
All right, fish
Painful.
and triangle.
Not the welcoming sort, was he?
Fish, triangle. This one. Go back. Ooh, snap.
Excellent work. We're
Alright.
another step closer to the scriptorium.
I wonder where the ant
gates.
died.
I think we're locked in.
Oh shit.
Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Hello? I lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the push faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. My last correspondence to my brother, I invited him here. Now if he looks for me alone, I'll have him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms.
Ominous.
Oh, she died here.
A skeleton. Oh my god! She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do.
Hit me
going
with
to be
it.
difficult.
Hit me with it. Hit me, I dare you. Let me learn it first. Almost messed it up.
Ready?
Hit me
I'm
with
ready.
it. Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Ah! Ah! My heart is stopping. Ah! 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 Oh, I'm good.
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's scriptorium.
Revelio.
I
Yeah,
can't
dude,
believe we're here.
that was kind of painful, not gonna lie, but I loved it.
What the?
Drinking that, bro? You don't know where it's been. This guy crazy. I feel we should never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber of student needed to be exceptional. But he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggle-borns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter, though he had not yet put voice to it. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with a heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place a creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others I so carelessly wrought. One who shall rid the school of these unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my... This guy kinda crazy, not gonna lie. He was a bad dude.
Revelio.
Oh man, I thought it was better than that.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room.
I already did.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No.
I don't know about you, but I'ma learn all the dark magic, boy. I'ma kill everyone and everything. You kidding me? What are you doing? PV? Pivlo? Peeves? Peeves, that's the name. I'm cursed. You're not the only one cursed with knowledge. Damn. You, I will curse
What was
you.
that? This is all yours. This is Oren Treadwell's precious. They want a bio. Confirm.
Me what, huh? I will curse you to oblivion.
What are you smiling at?
Its loading charm is highly volatile. Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins. Bombarda.
What's up,
You'll
Sebastian?
never believe what I've learned.
What?
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
I agree. We did what we had
It was
to.
hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found references to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Okay.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous.
Are they about to brawl?
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
No!
It look beautiful in here. There we go. And let me add some plants on the other side. I think that should be good now. Man, no, I gotta have way more. How many? 10 of Wigan Wield. Give me all the potion, boys. Yeah.
Deke would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
No. Leave me alone.
Flipendo, Incendio, Confring, Glacis.
Man, I'm dead.
Is this Mr. Bickle's home?
I believe so. He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak with him.
Oh, yeah?
Why did he challenge that horrible man?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He
Oh,
killed him.
nah.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie? I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... When my husband...
Got absolutely obliterated.
Do you know which way Archie might
You're
have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave in case he comes back home.
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home. When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are, providing Officer Singer with evidence to take down Harlow. I had hoped to speak with him about what he had found, but we were too late. This
Oh,
must
that's a
be
trick
little
chest.
Archie's hideout that Mr.
55
Bickle
coins.
mentioned.
Revelio.
Archie? Archie Bickle! Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went.
Money.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
You'll pay for that!
No, you will.
Please, I need your help.
Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
I'm so glad to see you.
Aloha Mora.
I got you.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so
Yep.
sorry. I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight?
Ain't gonna happen.
I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing.
Centaurs?
A centaur! Tread carefully.
They better not tag me, dude. I'm killing them.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
Aha, charisma. Die! You deserve it! Die!
What have you done?
We almost died, and that was my fault, and I'm sorry, but let's keep going. I love to kill.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
My god.
How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight.
Africus totalis. Revelio.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's messed up. Let's go save him.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy,
Of course they are.
something's going on behind you.
We gotta kill
What's
him.
going on down there?
You don't see that?
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her odds, shall we?
Yes, we shall. Let's kill him. Get me out of here. Oh, dang.
Confringo!
They've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Okay. Why am I walking so slowly? Come on.
Aloha Mora.
We don't have time. The dragon is getting super messed up, dude.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Hello, bastards. What are you doing, Poppy? Help me! Oh. It's oh, dang, Poppy got messed up. My bad.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
It's a good idea. Let's go. Kill him. Oh God. Oh yeah, maybe.
Incendio.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
That's okay.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Yeah.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Oh, I'm not good at quizzes.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do.
Friggin' nerd.
Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If I must.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
That one?
The Golden Snuggery.
No. Incorrect. The answer was the golden snidget.
Dang it!
The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Oh! I know this one. Is it this one?
Felix Felicis.
Well done.
Yes!
The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
This one?
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct.
Yeah!
According to Beedle the Bard,
I am the goat!
Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The snitch?
The snitch.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle.
Aww.
When a chaser... True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
False?
False.
Correct.
Yes!
Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Freaking nerd!
Beautifully done.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And
I'm up to
frankly,
speed?
excelling in your schoolwork this year. I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities.
Get me out! Get me out.
Was
She
your
know
visit
she
to
know
an
me.
ex-aura
Oh
in Upper Hogsfield
no.
connected in any way to Professor Fig? I can't begin to imagine what that was about.
Not at all. I was, merely interested in learning more about the Aura program. I saw Professor Sharp's Aura badge and was intrigued.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs.
Yeah. Let me practice my my spell. A barrel! Abracadabra! Dude, when I get that, oh man, the whole world better be ready. Talk smack at least one time, and you instant
Seems
dead.
pleasant enough little place.
I swear.
Mysterious and a bit
You're here. Good.
What's up?
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
Was there anything else?
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it. But I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
The catacomb was yielded more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I found the possible else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room, which had suffered decay amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately I accessed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further if only the removal of objects were allowed.
I'm sure
Revelio.
that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Spiders! Die.
Incendio!
I forget I could do that move, dude. My god.
Protego!
Don't move! Oh no.
At least now we know we're not alone in here. There's something here by the altar. Revelio!
I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report. I was reminded to leave it where it lay, but research must come before my fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English oak wands have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their variables as a key. I pledged to return it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment, learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Accio! Wingardium Leviosa.
Come here, Bones.
Perfect.
Come here, Bones.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
Perfect.
I'm gonna need a couple more.
Perfect.
That's the last one.
You've done it.
Revelio.
I knew we'd get through.
I gotta fight
Before we
something.
trudge on further,
Accio.
I just realized something.
What?
The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control.
Ooh!
So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
Of course. Booyah!
Imperio.
Dang, this spell kind of good. Big Mama. Can I use it on her? About to find out.
Incendio. Imperio.
Oh. What am I looking at? 3 guys pyramid. The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only Wizardkind, but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic.
Sebastian, the relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
Is this a good idea?
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Oh my god. I did not come this far. Do not take it.
I'm willing to ignore what the journal entry says. We're taking the relic.
Agreed. This is meant to be. For Anne's sake.
Okay, but if you turn into a villain, I will kill you. And who is this? Who are you?
Ominous.
Oh no, bro.
Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
You're not that guy.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I heard you encourage Sebastian to take the relic.
Sebastian's done his research. He knows what he's doing.
Sebastian makes things sound easy when they could be impossible or dangerous. We need to stop him.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
What?
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Me neither. Sebastian, don't do anything stupid and I won't kill you.
We're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
I'm getting kind of nervous.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
This isn't good at all.
Feldcroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
No! Now that was epic.
Boy! What have you done?
Saved my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt.
Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What? You can't get Sebastian, chase after her.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The Imperious curse saved Anne's life. That goblin was going to kill her.
You did what you had to do.
If I have to keep proving that to my uncle, I will. He cannot banish me from my own home. From my sister.
It might be best to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
Look at all this loot! Yeah, give me it all, boy. I mean, that was like the worst spell to use at that moment, but he did it anyways.
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian and I have encountered Ranrock's loyalists before. That goblin would have killed Anne.
This family does not resort to using dark magic, even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
I'll kill you.
Did you speak with my uncle?
I wish I had better news about your uncle and Anne.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh. That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne. To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
He's doing everything he can to save his family. Or to save his sister, not... If his uncle, like, literally died, I don't think he'd care.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no.
Bruh.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metalworker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind.
Makes sense.
Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bacalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Oh no.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found. That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood. I'll leave you to it.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it.
Wait a minute, Fig's wife?
She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yeah.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife.
Aha!
He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war.
Oh
I
no,
will find
bro.
out what Ranrock knows.
What's up, Sebastian?
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
What's up, boy?
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so preoccupied by all that happened with Ominis and the catacomb, not to mention my uncle's reaction, that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
Let's fight and
After
kill.
It's mine. Kill anyone who tries. Was that your best?
Bombarda.
Places! Potato! Stop it! Vegetation does not belong in battle.
What is that, bro? You're so whack. What is that, bro? You're so whack.
Incendio.
I swear I hate you guys.
Accio. Incendio.
You almost had a lucky shot.
What is it?
Accio.
Oh, you got the wrong guy. Oh my.
What's the other ground? Try.
Accio.
Oh my god, did it again. Died.
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term. Revelio.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Oh, yeah, what's in this room,
Revelio.
huh?
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant.
The world started back
I've
to me as if
pointed
in a
out-
watery haze. How long had I been conscious?
Something about this place feels odd.
Often I said before, I watched the pain vanish, but then everything started to turn. When I felt, I hit my head. If it not anymore, the pain is thriving, I can only help like that. At least you're no longer in pain.
What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel
Revelio.
more of this mystery.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganark was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there.
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
What do you mean?
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
A friendly goblin. He wants no part in Ranrock's fight.
A friendly goblin? You know, goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, But not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
The f*** you say to me, you little s***?
Unbelievable.
I don't want to lose Sebastian's friendship because I want to get that spell, so...
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand.
Professor! Hello?
Professor Fig, the
Someone
keepers
wanted to
have
talk
shown me
to
where
me.
the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone.
Not
I want to
Ranrock.
hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. Very well. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I don't know the headmaster's house elf. Will he even speak to me? I imagine he's loyal to the headmaster.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Oh, I learned about that.
One never
Sneaky
knows
guy.
when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Whoa, dashing, brother.
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Whoa, this is awesome. I guarantee no one's ever seen him run this fast.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
I sold it.
Now, to determine which student gets...
If you must speak with me, consult my secretaries or what have you. Now move along.
I sold it. He knows
I haven't time for any of you at the moment. None.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth. Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor. Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I hear you're getting quite good at those concoctions you brew. I say, why don't you bring a sample of your next batch to my office? I'd like to give it a try.
What? Yes, sir. I will. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
On your way, Mr. Weasley.
I sold it. I sold it again. They know who I am.
Oh, there's one for my diary.
I better go fast before they uncover the secrets. But you never seen the professor roll like this. Yeah.
Professor Black, how are you, sir?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Aha, that was perfect.
Professor, a word? Professor Black, again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kogawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a headmaster?
Whoa! What? Oh, that's dangerous!
Ah, Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Dang, how could they tell? How does he normally act? He probably doesn't.
Call that a shine on those boots? Do better.
He probably talks less. Nah, he talks a lot. Never mind.
Professor?
Oh no!
A word, please. Hello, Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new 5th year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest
she know?
to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What? Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
He choked it. He sold it.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Wait until Master sees what a wonderful job Scrope is doing.
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Ooh.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Oh, but Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pur.
Ha! Thank you. Never speak of this conversation with me or anyone else.
Of course, sir. Scrope shall try his best to keep out of Master's way.
Ahem. The Polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight.
Am I shrinking? I'm shrinking! Am I shrinking?
Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle. Toujours pure.
Man, that French is pretty good, man. Toujours pure. Nah, I would have failed.
It's good to see you.
All thanks to Professor Fig's quick thinking. Now what?
Approach the pedestal in the antechamber and read the book that appears.
I suspect there will be more to this than reading a book.
Your suspicions are correct. We shall speak when you are finished.
Hello there, Hat. Whoa!
Where am I? Professor Fitzgerald? Can you hear me?
Oh, this is
I am
awesome.
Here. In this place, you may call me Neve. You shall be witness to a fable. Pay attention. Things are not always as they seem.
Whoa.
You must move swiftly and cautiously. In this place, as in life, death takes many forms. Avoid each of them at all costs.
Who the fuck? It's the devil! My God. Oh.
I need to time this just right.
We go now. Oh, no. I did it. That was way too close.
I see. A staircase straight ahead.
Now. Booyah, you can't hold me back. Oh, snap. This must have been what happened to the one village that those elders or the founders saved. Someone turned it to the devil.
A ladder. Perhaps they won't be able to find me if I go up there.
Well, you better go now, boy.
This is my chance. Come in, Neve.
Oh. Oh, God. Neem! Mysterious cloak. Whoa.
Can this be? I think I'm invisible.
Whoa, what? Hey, this is a Deathly Hollow. Awesome. Bye-bye.
They can't see me at all. I can get closer to them.
But if I bump into them, then they'll be like,
You have outrun death thus far, but have yet to find me. Keep searching, but this time you will be unable to hide.
That's messed up.
Wield the wand you see before you. Do not squander its extraordinary power.
The Elder Wand. Ooh.
Depulsor! Bombarder!
Come and fight me. No? Who else? Who else shows their face? The devil himself?
Hung, 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 hung!
May her memory be a treasure to us forever.
Neve? Is that her Neve?
You found me, but you cannot undo what has been done. The magic of the stone can only conjure a shadow of my former self.
Just gonna walk away? Hey, yo, talk to me.
But there is no light without shadow, as there is no shadow without light. Simply because you can eliminate darkness does not always mean that you should.
This was awesome.
Remember that as you witness my memory.
Isadora, what you did for your father was remarkable.
Wasn't it? And Percival needn't worry about the strands of emotion or the traces that this magic leaves. I found a way to contain all of it.
You haven't stopped.
Goblin Silver.
You spoke to a goblin about this.
Don't worry, he has no idea what we're containing.
Don't know what effect any of this may have. The emotions, the dark traits.
You sound like Percival. And as it happens, I do know. It is a source of strength, of focus. Somehow it enhances my ability to wield magic. I
I don't follow, Isadora.
I think we can harness it.
Power like this is not to be toyed with. In the wrong
You
hands,
saw what I did for my father. Oh, Neve, imagine the good we could do. Everyone is in some kind of pain.
What are you doing?
Breathe it in. Can you feel it?
Boy, have you lost your mind?
You've kept this power to yourselves for so long because you fear it. I choose to embrace it.
Whoa. Whoa. What a muggle, bro.
That's gotta be racist.
Dang, dude, she turning really bad. And not in a good way.
Is it true? Has someone completed the first 3 trials?
It is, and I have.
But you are so...
Young? I know. You must be Professor Bakar.
I am.
Pleased to meet you. The pensive memory I just witnessed. Was Isadora inhaling painful emotions?
She was.
It was disturbing.
I found it disturbing. But how did she gain power from it? How did she harness it?
It was disturbing. Although, I wonder that you are asking about her power. I hesitate to reveal the location of my pensive to someone who, perhaps, has yet to understand the responsibility of power.
I can assure you, Professor, I do. In fact, what you don't yet know is that a dangerous goblin called Ranrock has accessed the repository at Rookwood Castle. He has learned to harness the contents of it as a source of immense power. He plans to use that power against wizardkind. We have no time to waste.
I see. Nonetheless, the knowledge you shall gain after you witness my memories is too valuable to share without further consideration.
Wow.
It seems we have no choice but to wait, frustrating as it is. I heard what you told Professor Bakar. Isadora was inhaling emotions to gain power?
She was. And she pulled emotions, as she did from her father, from Professor Fitzgerald, without permission.
Monstrous.
What's more, she said that she found a way to store the traces of magic she extracted in goblin silver.
The repositories?
Possibly. There's something I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier. Ranrock has been digging at locations tied to the 5 names he found in the journals of a goblin metalworker named Bragball.
5 names? The Keepers, and who else? Isadora Morganac?
Precisely. That's how he's been one step ahead of us. Gringotts, the Tower, Rookwood Castle.
If the Keepers won't tell you where the next trial is yet, I say we at least maintain a watch on Ranrock. Perhaps he'll lead us to more information.
Perhaps. I hope to hear from Lodgok soon. I haven't heard anything since I learned of the drills.
Sebastian, a lost relic from a catacomb which requires a dark sacrifice.
I know how it sounds, but if this can help you, it's worth the risk.
Does Ominous know about this?
He helped find the scriptorium where we discovered Slytherin's spellbook.
Very well. If Ominous will be there, I'll meet you. We don't have much time. Solomon wants to leave Feldcroft.
What? Leave? Never mind. You need to stall him. Buy us time, Anne. Please.
I shall do my best. I'll be in touch.
Solomon can't take Anne from Feldcroft. Where would they go? When would I see her?
Never, boy.
Sebastian.
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I appreciate you setting our earlier discussion aside for now.
Of course.
I can't believe my uncle wants to leave Feldcroft. Anne's going to stall him. She must. We need time.
Time? For what?
I've learned more about the relic. I cross-referenced Slytherin's spellbook with everything in the library on relics and dark sacrifices. That's when I realized something. I believe the relic will only work inside the catacomb.
We just need to get Anne to the catacomb and work out how to make a dark sacrifice.
Our biggest hurdle may be convincing Ominous. Anne will only give this a chance if he's on board.
And we have to keep all of this from your uncle. If he goes to the headmaster, well, he could be expelled.
Let me handle Ominous this time. As for my uncle, he's not an Auror anymore. What he doesn't know, well, won't hurt us.
Isadora must have honed her skill with ancient magic here.
Terribly wrong. The headmistress will help me. I try to make her understand she's like the others. She's blind to the possibilities of what I can do. I come to know that I can rely on no one, but I am a more powerful witch than I have ever been, and I know that it's due to the work I'm doing. I should not allow my magic to lie dormant as keepers do. I would despise that ritual. As if giving power off themselves is something to be lauded. I guess I began to wonder if I will ever find another in my lifetime who will make sure this work. If I do not, then I shall find solace in no. I but the truth follow. I will learn Christ. Heal the world.
Revelio.
Oh
I know from the
no.
memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic.
So there's one problem. History repeats itself if we do not stop it. Okay? I think Sebastian is gonna become like Isadora. That ain't good.
The final canvas piece to the triptych. We've done it.
Isadora should not have had to keep all this secret.
I know from the memories I've seen that the Keepers and Isadora didn't see eye to eye on the use of ancient magic. But I don't understand why she seems to have gone to such great lengths to tell her story without their knowledge.
I wish you could see one of her memories.
So do I. This is it.
Don't keep me in suspense. Go on, place it.
Beautiful.
Huh. Another pensive.
This is what we've been chasing.
I wonder.
What is it?
Let's find out.
Sebastian's doing the same thing Isadora did. How could I not see that? Helping the ones that they love.
Brother back, Father,
Oh my.
but I can give you peace.
How did I not? Bruh.
Please, have a seat.
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died. On my travels, I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power to take away pain.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Thank you.
That worked?
It did indeed.
Of course it did. It's copper and silver.
I need something much bigger.
All right. It would help if you could tell me more about what it is you're storing.
Magic. Left over from a spell I devised to remove pain, but if used correctly, its power can be used to do even more good.
Why would you want to store such magic away?
I only need to keep it safe until I can convince my colleagues of its worth. Magic like this unnerves some.
Well, everyone's ready to wield such power.
Perhaps not. Someone will be.
Oh no. Oh no, no, no. And I'm next to him.
She took away the
you!
I knew it. I knew there was a way to help Anne.
Something isn't right, Sebastian.
What do you mean? You saw what she did.
No, not the memories, the portrait. I think the reason Isadora hasn't appeared is because she can't.
I don't follow.
She's not dead.
We have seen that view before. The abandoned home in Felcroft, the destroyed painting, it was her.
So someone destroyed a bit of enchanted canvas, but we found the memory.
Oh, is she alive?
Yes. Yes, you're right.
We saw what she wanted us to see. We saw what she could do, what you can do.
But I don't know how to do what Isadora did.
Well, then you shall learn. The Keepers can teach you.
I'm not sure that they would. The Keepers believe that removing someone's ability to feel pain, it's a highly complicated, unpredictable form of magic. One that should be wielded with great care. If at all.
If at all? You've overcome all of their challenges. You've more than proven yourself. You can wield it. You have the ability.
No, bro. No, bro, I cannot.
Please. Talk to the Keepers. If not for me, then for Anne.
One hour later.
Another drill
There
is
he is.
complete. The wizarding world will crumble.
I can end this right now. I have to destroy the drill and stop Ranrock's loyalists.
Shut your mouth.
I have to find a way to stop that drill.
Bombarder.
Aha! Very smart.
You.
Me.
That is unfortunate. No matter, we will build another.
I found this one lurking outside.
Lord Gok, come to make amends, little brother.
I came to stop this.
What is this you've brought me? It cannot be.
No.
All this time, you knew. You knew where it was.
You're right.
I'll never understand you, Lord Gok. So gullible. That witch did not consider you an equal. She, like all wizard kind, sought only to use you.
You're wrong, Ranrock.
The young ones are especially deceitful. They are taught to hide their disgust for us, as they exploit us.
Astonishing that our ancestors ever trusted each other.
All this time, looking everywhere for the final repository, searching in vain for Bragbor's last journal. Wasted my time chasing a child. And my little brother knew where it was all along.
I like Ranrock's voice.
But now, I don't need you. I don't need any of you.
I was bringing it to you.
You are a traitor to our kind!
No!
What kind of no was that, Tony? No! Come on! Do it. No! That's what it gotta be like. Oh my god, Lord Gok dead. Lord Gok? Tough luck, bro. That's messed up.
They see me rolling.
I'll send word to Fig to meet me in the map chamber. He and the Keepers need to know Ranrock has that journal and knows where the final repository is. Professor, you received my owl. Ranrock has the last of Bragbor's journals. He killed Lodgok to get it. He knows where the last repository is.
Godric's heart.
Lodgok Lord Gok and Ranrock were brothers. Lord Gok was bringing the journal to me.
Ranrock is a monster. We need to know where the final repository is.
Surely this changes things. Ranrock has Bragbor's journals and knows where the final repository is.
We obliviated Bragbor. He kept journals? Why would he have documented all of this? He didn't know what we were containing.
Isadora told Bragbor about the magic when she asked him to build a container for her. I've seen her memories.
Isadora left memories for someone to find? You know what she did?
Her memories showed what she did for her father, which I also saw in Professor Rookwood's pensive. And a conversation with Bragbor in which she expressed frustration about the limits being placed on her use of ancient magic.
Based upon the memories they have seen, I believe our young friend is well aware of the grave circumstances in which we find ourselves.
Yeah.
Anne's worried. She said Sebastian promised her that I would be there if she went to meet him in the catacomb. But now he's asking her to join him immediately and to come alone. She says he doesn't sound himself. Meet us at the catacomb as soon as you can. I hope that my quill has conveyed my message clearly.
Sebastian has gone too far. You saw what lies in the catacomb. I cannot stay here.
Wait, Anne, please.
Ominous. He was willing to put the whole hamlet and himself in danger on the chance that some old relic could help to heal me. I'm sorry, Ominous. Make sure he's all right, will you?
I'm glad you're here.
I received your owl. Where's Sebastian?
Inside the catacomb. Frankly, I was surprised you weren't with him.
Ominous,
Stop. You swore you wouldn't let Sebastian take this one step further. Yet here we are.
It's my fault. I was wrong. I thought he'd stop.
I should have stopped him before. Sebastian's in real trouble now. I'm going back into the catacomb to find him. Anne's right. He and the entire hamlet are in danger. The place is crawling with Inferi.
Inferi? What are you talking about?
You'll see. We need to hurry.
Oh, dang, dude, he's not telling me anything.
Sebastian must not be in his right mind.
You're probably right.
Where was Sebastian when you and Anne found him?
Just ahead. In the great room.
Accio! Incendiary Ringo!
Oh!
Bombarda! Incendiary! Leviosa! Ringo! Accio! Incendio!
I was so worried about Sebastian I didn't even realize. Anne's gone to get Solomon. When she first saw the Inferi, she thought Sebastian was being attacked. But then he showed her the relic and said he'd learned how to use it.
The carvings on the relic were Inferi, and Sebastian somehow created them.
Not exactly. He's controlling them. This is powerful dark magic. Creating Inferi is incredibly difficult, but controlling them... As Anne and I frantically barricaded the Inferi to keep them from escaping, Sebastian kept mumbling about healing Anne. When Anne said she couldn't stay here, I didn't realize what she meant.
Solomon threatened to go to the headmaster if he heard of Sebastian dealing with dark magic.
I need to get to Hogwarts. I must get to Professor Black first. Twist the story a bit, make him think it's a family fight. I'll be back as soon as I can. See if you can talk some sense into Sebastian.
I don't think I can.
Be careful.
Sebastian...
I told you! The relic is the answer! I've been trying to reverse the dark magic that injured Anne, but this will allow me to control it! Just as I can control the Inferi.
Control? I had to fight the Inferi all the way.
What have the two of you done? Accio relic!
The relic!
You'll pay for this!
Oh, snap!
Placing Saturn relic was going to save Anne. Incendio!
Can I be fighting him? What the?
She cannot be healed, Sebastian. You must stop.
I won't let her suffer. Avada Kedavra!
Bro, I felt that in my heart. What?
Incendio!
What?
Order! No!
You've made your choice.
Dang.
Oh, Anne. What have you done?
I can't let him leave.
Hey, yo, stop right there. You know what?
Sebastian, wait.
It would make sense if I'm behind him instead of ahead of him. Sebastian, wait while I'm ahead of him, dude. Sebastian, you run too damn slow. Let me get out of here first. Let me block the door. Sebastian, wait, you bastard. How'd you learn that spell? Can you teach me?
Why wouldn't you stop? I was calling after you.
Anne won't survive this. She's withering away, inside and out. Solomon's never been there for us. Not really. He gave up on Anne. I'll never give up on her. You saw him, didn't you? He was going to ruin her life. He attacked us. I had to use the killing curse. You know I did. If I hadn't known how to cast it.
He did attack us. You had no choice. It was brave, Sebastian. You clearly care more about Anne than your uncle ever did.
I knew you'd understand. I did do the right thing.
Show me
You
it.
did. I would have done the same. If I knew how.
I could teach you.
No time like the present.
The killing curse won't be easy to master. As with all unforgivables, you have to mean it.
Yes! The power! Yes! As Uncle Ben once said, with great power comes great responsibility. And with this spell, I will kill everyone that messes with me, dude. Starting with you. You got lucky. I did. I got the spell. I had to agree with him at the end. I couldn't just be like, no, that's wrong. Can you teach me it? No. I had to be like, you did the right thing. Now teach me. Even though I did not agree with that at all. Don't do that. But I wanted it so bad. And I got it. It took me too damn long. This video gonna be super long, I know. But I did what I wanted to do. I got Avada Kedavra. The next episode will probably maybe be the last one. Unless I... 1 to 2 more videos. I know that for a fact. Maybe 3. But, man, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. But that was messed up. That broke my heart. Even though I didn't know the guy. But, like, the fact that I saw him, Sebastian, do that to him. That was crazy. But this was Hogwarts Legacy. My name was Mr. Slydog. And I'm out of here. Bye.
My little gazelle, you are well-intentioned, but you must not meddle in the affairs of dangerous people.
If someone had meddled in Matabeleland, Father would still be with us.
I must get to class. Perhaps your friend can get you to listen to reason.
So frustrating.
Alright.
She never listens to me.
She called you her little gazelle. Is that a term of endearment where you're from?
It is specific to me. Self-transfiguration is not taught at Hogwarts, so I am gently discouraged from practicing it. However, I am an animagus.
What?
And it is in my gazelle form that I have been able to wander the highlands rather freely until now, much to my mother's chagrin. That is how I managed to spy on Rookwood and Harlow.
Were you born an animagus, or did you learn to become one?
Animagi are not born. The process is quite elaborate. It involves holding a mandrake leaf in one's mouth for an entire month.
Oh, dang.
Then placing the leaf in a crystal phial so that it is imbued with moonlight. Then adding one of your own hairs. And that is just the beginning. Self-transfiguration is common among students at Wagadu. But Professor Weasley considers it much too dangerous to teach at Hogwarts.
Can you choose what form your animagus will take?
Oh no, a person's animagus form is determined by their personality.
And you're a
my
gazelle?
My mother is convinced that my form is a gazelle because I adapt well to any situation. I believe it is because I can sense danger and keep my wits about me.
Now the nickname makes sense. What an extraordinary ability to have.
It is. I love transforming, but Mother is less enthusiastic about it. She says that no creature, especially one as rare as a gazelle, should be bounding about where poaching has become so prevalent.
She's right, actually.
She claims that she has foreseen tragedy befall me in my gazelle form. But she has used her sight to control me too many times. I no longer believe it.
I mean, shoot, I don't know.
She's concerned for your safety. It may be best for you to stay away from Hogsmeade for now.
That may be safe, but I do not believe that it would be best. Do you?
No.
You could have fled the moment you discovered that Rookwood, Harlow, and Ranrock were after you, but you did not. I choose to act as you have. I must deal with Rookwood and Harlow, not hide from them. My mother cannot know where I am all the time.
I agree,
Thank you for being here during that rather awkward conversation.
Bye-bye, gazelle. I wonder what I'd be, dude. An owl. Because why not? Oh, Abracadabra!